Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Living with Spice. I'm Rebecca Gabrielle. We're going to be doing a monthly reading for Aries for the month of July. Welcome to my YouTube channel if you've not visited before, and a warm welcome back if you are a regular visitor. Now, as you know, I do weekly readings. I'm also doing the monthly and the love readings, so check out my playlist on my channel to locate your particular zodiac sign. Now, the readings are general, as you know, so they're not going to resonate with everybody. So please don't force any of the information or the situation to fit you. If you'd like to have a personal reading, my details are in the description box below. All right, so you know the drill. You have seen what I have done before. If you're liking what I'm doing, please let me know. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave me some comments to let me know whether your reading has sort of hit the mark for you. And perhaps you know how it's relating to your particular situation. The monthly readings, of course, give us an opportunity to see things from a broader perspective, which is a different flavour to the weekly reads. It's good to be able to sit back and see things from a big picture point of view. We're all going through our own soul lessons and events and everything at different times, so it's good to be able to see things from a distance, and also to not sort of be too hung up on the timing of events. You can always come back and watch the videos too, and I recommend that a couple of times during the month so that you remember what to look out for and how to best respond to things as they turn up. All right, Aries, let's see what is in store for you for the month of July. All right, Aries, let's see what is coming up in terms of the general theme for you for the month of July. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance for Aries. What sort of things can Aries expect in the month of July? Okay, Aries, we have it would seem that to start with, you are experiencing perhaps a little bit of disappointment. There's a focus on the grass is greener at the moment, and you are longing and desiring for something, perhaps a wish unfulfilled at the moment. And here we have you with the Four of Cups, sort of wishing and wanting something to manifest, and so you're gazing up at that very large cup in the sky, which is not yet yours, but you're not noticing what you do have already in your life in terms of blessings and your cups fulfilled. So there's a little bit of this longing and desiring energy. Now, it's followed by the Three of Swords, which kind of indicates to me that perhaps in matters of emotional fulfillment, or perhaps you know your focus on a passion project that you have, something doesn't quite work out in your favour, and you are feeling quite disappointed by that. And that's what you know the Three of Swords is all about, is a little bit of disappointment, pain. If it's to do with relationships, it could be some miscommunication in a relationship. Otherwise, it could be a disappointment around something that you've been focusing on and working towards. It could be, you know, business or a passion project or something of the kind. So that's sort of it's sort of a starting energy, but I'm not sure that it's really going to stay that way for long. We've got the Two of Cups energy here, so this is talking about partnerships, personal or business. You'll have to see if that applies to you. So there is a focus on partnerships here, which usually indicates a positive vibe, but we'll just sort of see how the reading unfolds. It's a little bit early days yet because it's followed by this Three of Swords, which is, you know, some disappointment. So we'll see how things go. We've got a Queen of Swords here, which is all about the Queen energy is, you know, someone who is very grounded and very intelligent, very organized and focused, and this person is delivering you a very clear message, and it may be that you need to pay attention to this message. Yeah, it feels like the message is being delivered to you very plainly, and it's something that you need to absorb and process and pay attention to. And it's followed by the Judgment card, which sort of indicates to me that there's I'm not going to say it could be legalities, I'm not sure, but certainly a rebalancing of decisions, of what's fair, win-win situation, things coming around to to being fair, like a resolution, a decision being made, justice. So I just kind of wonder whether, what's happened here, the disappointment here, finally gets resolved after some, very clear communication that is had between these two parties. So it sort of is indicating to me that in the end there is balance and there's a win-win situation. So that's a good thing. So let's see how the reading plays out, because it starts out with a bit of troubled days, but it feels like it progresses to something that's a little bit more equitable for both parties. I might pull some more cards from the tarot deck just to see. Spirit, what else can Aries expect out of this disappointment, or the final resolution around this situation? What did Aries need to know around this situation, please? What's the disappointment in relation to? Well, it seems to progress. So we've got the Page of Cups is sort of, an offer. It's not a huge offer, but it's a small offer. Maybe it's an offer to reconcile. Maybe it's an offer to make good, towards this resolution. As I said, it's not a big offer, but it's an offer. Maybe a little bit of a cheeky offer, I'm not sure. The Six of Wands indicates to me that there's victory. So in the end, you end up with a positive resolution, which is really great to hear. Okay, so we've got the Devil card, which maybe there's a little bit of deception around the situation. Things are not entirely clear, and I'm just kind of wondering if that's got something to do with the Page of Cups, that things are not exactly as clear as they could be. Have you been deluded, or have you been perhaps deceived? Do you have clarity around the situation, or have you stepped into your ego around the situation? We'll see. We've got the Six of Cups energy here, which says to me that things are sort of looking favourable. You are delving back into the past and remembering how things have been in the past, and perhaps it's a bit of a reference point for you at the moment in terms of what you perceive to be the way you'd like things to be. So we've got the Three of Pentacles here, which says that you're very focused on building your business and growing your income. You're working hard towards this. I'm feeling like you're still having success around this, because we've got the Victory card and the Six of Cups, which is saying to me that you're feeling good, things are progressing in the right direction, and you're certainly working hard to build your Pentacles. We've got the Knight of Swords that comes in here, which is sort of, an energy, a fast-paced energy that comes in to let you know something. Perhaps it's a message to do with your finances and an opportunity, something that you need to have some clarity around. And then we have the Justice card. So it would seem that in the end, the way this plays out is that there is a win-win situation. There is a balance between two parties here. So something has needed to be acted upon fairly quickly, and a decision around a financial decision, a business decision, and it would seem that it ends up being, a decision that is favourable for everybody in the end. which is really good to know. I'd like to sort of understand a little bit more about why the Devil card has popped up here, because I'm just wondering if the intentions of this page were not altogether what they were offering here was perhaps in favour of themselves and not you, and I'm thinking that that may be the case, that you start out with you desiring something, there's a disappointment, and then the Page of Cups is a small offer that certainly favours the other person and not you. But in the end, I feel like things kind of work out in your favour. You're kind of used to, I've noticed in a number of your reads, Aries, is that things tend to happen quickly, decisions happen quickly. You've had a lot of growth and fast, opportunities have been coming up in all of your reads, but somehow they just manage to come together, and so feeling like you're making a lot of progress in your life at the moment. But just be careful when you're having to make quick decisions that you do your homework. You don't want to have, you don't want to be blindfolded. Now, and the reason why I say that is with the Justice card here, she is blindfolded. So just be very careful that you have checked all of the details, that you won't be deceived. Okay, because I'm not trusting this energy over here, which has got something to do with an offer that's made to you. So, when people rush in and they want an answer to something rather quickly, which is the Knight, and the Sword is communication, you've got to be really, really careful that you don't make a decision too quickly and you're blinded by what is being offered, that you're not seeing all of the details. So it is important to double check everything so that you are seeing all of the details and what's needed before you make the decision, before you sign on the dotted line, because it will affect your finances considerably. So let's just see, Spirit, what else does Aries need to know in terms of this fast-paced communication and the Justice card? Well, the Queen of Gabriel says, is pointing to the fact that you've got very positive can-do energy at the moment. You can do anything right now. So you're being encouraged to go after what it is that you want, to be bold in your pursuing of your goals. And at the moment you have very, very good energy, and you are attracting helpful people in your life at the moment. So this is the energy of the Queen of Gabriel. So high communication, you are managing stakeholder relationships really, really well. Could be personal relationships as well. You're just kind of really in that fired up zone where things are happening for you. So I guess that's meaning not to hesitate in terms of opportunities. Well, look, I feel like this is on repeat. We had this card come out last time for you as well. Material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. There's a giving or receiving energy here, and having a grateful heart, which is really important. If we have a grateful heart, we attract even more abundance. So this is the Six of Ariel. Things are coming together for you. Abundance is certainly flowing your way. And I think it's because you've got such a positive mindset, Aries. You're really not seeing your world with obstacles. You're seeing your world as if there's opportunities everywhere. And that's an abundance mindset. And that's certainly making it easier for you to achieve your goals. It's great energy, Aries. Well done, you. I can see, though, you're putting a lot of effort into what you're doing. Communication is important in what you're doing at the moment, and you are having to make quite significant decisions. And you have been, you have this energy around partnership here has come up, and sort of is flavouring the way things are unfolding at the moment. I do feel that there's, you're having to dive deeply into things and really look at things with a lot of clarity. The Queen of Swords is very much about truth, clarity, doing the right thing, as we have with the Judgment card and the Justice card as well. Doing the right thing, making good decisions. Having victory over that is really important. So, yeah. Okay, that's good. All right, we'll keep going. So we have the Peace card. Interesting. Okay, so in terms of the disappointment that's happened over here, you know, the Peace card here is suggesting to let the past go. Now, this could be in a couple of areas. It could be business and it could be personal. So there is something that has been, the energy of has been with you for a while, and Spirit is saying it's time, Aries, for you to let that energy go. Whatever you've been holding on to from the past, it's time to let that go, because that energy is holding you back, whether you're realizing it or not. It's setting an undertone for you that you just don't need to carry around anymore. And so Spirit is saying there is a more enriching future for you. So whatever you seem to be hanging on to, time to let that go and refocus on your future and how you're going to be growing your future in a very positive way. So yeah, let go and let God. So it's trusting in Spirit and the universe, trusting in how you can create a more improved future. You're moving away from the past. You're not living in the past anymore. So let go any grief, any resentments or upsets or negative energy. Let that go, and free up your energy to focus on other things at this point in time. Oh, this is lovely. We've got the Four of Gabriel here. There's a time for celebration for you. There are abundant rewards coming in for you for all of your hard work. So again, release whatever has been burdensome for you. Release what has been burdensome, and it's time to enjoy the fruits of your labour at the moment. This is great, and you're sharing that abundance with someone special in your life, of course. But this is rewards for your hard work, which is wonderful. All right, let's move on, Pisces, and see what the Psychic Tarot deck has to offer you. Looking forward, as we're approaching mid to the end of July, how are things unfolding for you? It's great to see that, that you are starting to get some reward and some really positive outcomes for the hard work. We've got this confirmed here with the Queen of Gabriel. You can do anything right now. Your material needs are being met. You're just attracting abundance, and you've got this beautiful energy of celebrating around you. We've also got the Victory card here. This is very positive for you, Aries. It's good to know. It's very encouraging. There we go. Recognition and reward. So the Victory card is recognition, and so we've got this card as well. Well done, Aries. That's it's so nice, especially when you've been working so hard for such a long period of time. It's wonderful to see that the recognition is coming in. And the recognition comes in many forms, not just in public recognition from your peers or family, friends. It's also being able to start putting coins back in the bank. It's about being able to enjoy abundance. It's about, relationships flowing well, business opportunities starting to come in. That is recognition for your hard work as well. And it's all indicating that you are making good progress and you're on the right path, which is great. It also means that you've actually been willing to work with Spirit and work with mentors to learn. You have been partnering with people in order to, the three energies, you, partner, and someone else. You've been taking on board the learning as you're going, so well done. Well, now this is a bit of a surprise. Everything's going so swimmingly well, and we get the conflict and defeat card. So I wonder, given that it's just come after the recognition and reward, whether you momentarily, it's a bit like that anticlimax energy, whether you momentarily just lose your footing a little bit and perhaps tiredness gets the better of you, or you're not sure what the next steps are. Yeah, not sure about that. Not sure about that. Let's see. If we take a look at the Wisdom of Oracle deck, Spirit, can you tell us what the conflict and defeat card is all about? What's the conflict and defeat card all about? It might be that it's just that you're feeling really tired by the effort that you've been putting in. We've got the go the distance card here. Perhaps there will be periods of time during the month where you are feeling like, that feeling just before you get to the finish line that you want to give up. And maybe at some point during the month you're starting to feel like that and your energy is waning, and Spirit is saying don't give up, keep going. It is about endurance. It's not about a sprint, it is about endurance. And sometimes when you're not seeing the fruits of your labour, and things can feel like there's no change, and you're stuck in the desert and you're not seeing anything growing, it can be easy to want to give up. But Spirit is encouraging you to keep going, because you are going to reach your goal. And it's really important that you focus on that end goal. So maybe it's, at some point during the month you are feeling a little bit tired and downtrodden. And, Spirit's saying don't give up, keep going. You obviously clearly are going to be working your way towards abundance and good outcomes. So I'm not sure why that popped up there, but let's just see. I guess, and that's why we do the monthly reads. It's all about the progress and the journey. We have our ups and downs, and the month is helping us to see how things are unfolding over a period of time. This doesn't happen overnight. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance for Aries. How are things going to play out by the end of the month? Well, those cards are just a little bit random. So we've got the message in the bottle which says that you're going to be receiving some communication. So let's see what that's all about. And what is this communication? So Spirit is sending you a sign, especially when you're asking for help and asking for advice. So, if you are reaching out and you are asking for advice around your situation, be sure to look out for the signs. Spirit is listening to you, so you need to watch for the symbols and the signs around you, the nudges, the coincidences. So it may come as sort of random signals, and I did say that these cards randomly appeared, but the universe doesn't act without purpose. And so if you are asking specifically for help, how do I do this and how do I do that, the universe is going to answer you, but you've got to sort of keep your sensory awareness there. You've got to sort of look out for the synchronicities, and the answers may come to you in unexpected ways. So yeah, keep a lookout, keep your ears open, your eyes open. And it may be that someone just happens to say something and you may not give it enough attention and miss it. So when you know that you're asking that question and you need to know some more information, really, really, really listen to what is going on around you. It may also be that you're going to receive a letter or phone call or an email or something like that, because we can see, the phone in the bottle there, and you may not be expecting it. So just know that for sure you are meant to be the receiver of this message. So Spirit is also wanting you to know that you're on the right track with all of these things. Even if you have questions about how things are turning out for you, and that, you know, for a moment there you may have a little bit of doubt as to whether you're going to reach your goal. I feel like Spirit is encouraging you to say, yes, 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 we're hearing you, Don't give up. We're sending you messages which are answers to your questions. So stay positive. Keep your ears and eyes open. That's really good. Now we've got the exchanging gifts card here. And this is all about the art of giving and receiving and equal exchange. So this may be important in terms of, or certainly important in terms of relationships, but if you're having to do some negotiation, personally or business-wise, now is the time for you to really acknowledge that working with complementary energies is really important. This can work in your favour when we acknowledge that you've got your definite skill set and talents, and someone else does too. If we really want to work together and to partner together to leverage a situation, we need to sort of really embrace the art of being able to give and receive. Just an important part of negotiating, and I think that this may be a really good time for you to remember that at the moment as you are progressing quite positively in building your business and making progress. And it's all about collaborating and working well with other people. And, you know, Aries, if you are not accustomed to having to share your space, time, thoughts, energy and ideas, now is the time to really consider how that's going to benefit you. It is important to learn to collaborate with other people well, and to learn to communicate well, and to communicate clearly. And so it is going to require you to be flexible, to give and receive, and to, you know, be respectful of other people's gifts and talents, that they may be able to offer you something different to what you can offer them. So far, I'm seeing sort of like a timeline of events here for you, Aries. And, you know, we're starting out with a little bit of disappointment, and you have to sort of, you've got to accept that something didn't quite work out. However, justice is in your favour. You are working with it would seem like partner energy to gain clarity, to build the business. You're focused on doing that, and I feel that you're making really good progress here, and you're getting reward and recognition, and you are actually, managing to manifest things. Even though at times it may feel a bit of a challenge, you're getting yourself there. So what else does Aries need to know by the end of the month? Where is this going? Because so far we're just looking at the journey, and you've got confirmation that things are working out well, and a few lessons along the way in terms of, you know, not giving up, and the importance of communicating well. We've got the Three of Water here, so there's certainly reason to celebrate. We've, things are going well, and whether this is celebrating what you've achieved, or whether there's an event that's coming up with a wedding, graduation, a birth, something, or just the need to focus on having more fun in your life. Because, certainly you've been working really, really hard, and it may be that it might be time after the rewards and recognition that you take a little bit of time out to celebrate. So Three of Water is talking about emotional fulfillment and having a bit of fun. Playful energy is really important. Helps to balance out all of that hard work, Aries. We have the Seven of Water. I feel like this reading is going back and forth all over the place. So, the Seven of Water energy is about you having to make a difficult decision. But I feel like that was sort of like happening up here for you, and the importance of you doing your research, which, when you hear that there could be a tendency for you not seeing all of the details, see her blinded, and that there's an important decision to be made, and this is about communicating and making decisions. So the Seven of Water, you've got some things to weigh up, some pros and cons here, and they need to do a little bit more research. So don't be too laid back about the situation and assume that things are going to go all your way. You know, you could accidentally stuff it up if you don't do your adequate research, or you miss perhaps some information that the Spirit is sending your way. So it's still a time to be vigilant. It's not a time to lay your guard down until you know it's done and dusted and it's in the bag. So I think, you know, before you get a chance to go and celebrate, it may be worth just making sure that you've done everything before you move on, before you let your guard down to relax and celebrate. All right. Okay. I'd just like to, I think, perhaps finish off the reading, because I feel that what you've needed to find out in this reading for the month of June is capture the overall energy for you. And to get more specifics, tune into the weekly reads. So we're just going to finish off with the Quantum Tarot deck here for you, Aries, to see if there's anything else that you need to be aware of during the month of July. Otherwise, I think you're sort of tracking pretty well, and there's good advice here for you. Certainly you are deserving of things going your way. You know, things are turning out really well, and this beautiful field of flowers and the castle in the background sort of says that, you know what, you do deserve things to, you know, your quality of life to be improved, and you achieving your outcomes. You deserve this. And it's important to give yourself the pat on the back, which is the, you know, the Three of Water, the celebration energy. It's important to do that. It's important to believe that you deserve good things to come your way. Oh, I'm just dropping cards here all over the place. Yep, so we've still got that celebration energy here. You know, friends and colleagues celebrating your wins, which is lovely. Now the status quo symbol, I'm not sure why that's popped out. I'm not sure if that's really meant to be included in this. So we will have a quick check of this one as to why that's dropped out. Not really sure if it was meant to. Sorry folks, I'm just struggling to find this card. Oh goodness, it's going to be... that's no fun when you can't find it. There we go. Alright, so we've got the status quo card here. When things are sort of feeling like they're staying the same and not moving, it feels like there's a period of time where there's very little change. I'm not going to give too much credence to this card. I just feel that maybe it wasn't meant to pop out so much. But, you know, when there's a period of stagnation, or if it feels like there's a period of stagnation and you're not making any groundwork, I feel like Spirit is saying don't give up hope. That sometimes that things may appear like they're staying the same and not changing. But I do feel in your reading that Spirit is saying not to give up hope. And, you know, eventually if you stay focused on this goal, you're going to achieve it, which we know from the reading here. So I think we're just going to leave it at that. That's what my feeling is around that card. Well done for a really positive reading, Aries. You're making excellent progress. Don't forget to dot your I's and cross your T's when it comes to some of those legal matters or decisions that need to be made. but it seems like you know what you're doing. You're on the right path here. So well done, and have a wonderful month. And don't forget to catch up with the weekly reads. All right, bye for now, Aries.